Blue Lock 248 and 249 are out, and oh man, there are a lot of things to talk about. Before we get into it, hey yo, I'm Jasan. Welcome to BLTV, the most critical place in the world of football. Be sure to know that this is my first ever video, so whatever it is with the sound, the mic, the editing, it will get better, so bear with me guys. Let's jump straight into it from chapter 248. We begin this chapter with an announcement of the final matches: Manchester City versus FC Bacha. The last game is PXG versus Bastard Munchen. And what's so important about this day is the fact that this is the final match day of the Neo Egoist League, and it will determine which team has won everything, either PXG or Bastard Munchen, or has lost everything, which is Manchester City or FC Bacha. A lot of people are viewing and tuning in. We get to see Isagi's parents, Io and Issei, Chikiri and Kunigami's sisters, even Isagi's #1 fan we saw from chapter 151, many other people who are ready and excited for this match, as well as all of you guys. I'm sure everyone here is excited. So right now we move on to the conference room of the World Football Association. It's abbreviated into PIFA, but obviously we know it's FIFA, and they changed it to avoid copyright. But you always know that Blue Love versions of brands can be really funny, not gonna lie. We got a B-Bus too, the whole naming system of the clubs. Hirotoshi, that guy, is bragging about how BLTV is mainstream now and how they must take advantage of it. The higher ups, or the officials of the World Football Association. He's pitching an idea that he would want to take effect in the Under-20 World Cup. This is definitely a plot planned by the author. We also see him say something similar to Ego in chapter 210. Ego made a promise to him before he approved of the Neo Egoist League. It's always centered on how football is a business and how he can take advantage of it to make money. It's safe to assume he's pitching that same idea to the FIFA president, who is looking like a complete edgelord, by the way. He's got that mafia boss aesthetic. From this exchange, we should expect a new criteria or epic change in style in the Under-20 World Cup. I'll make a video on this in the future if you guys would like that. Scene switches to the medical check room. I guess Henri is a doctor now. We do know that she had regular checkups, or should I say she took regular checkups of the boys in the first selection, so I'm sure it's no shock as to why she's the one conducting this one. Dr. Henri's make Kunigami undergo some tests. She says he's not fully there yet, but he's closing in on Noah's numbers. And for a kid to be on that level, numbers wise, it's insane. I guess this Kunigami has been doing individual training assigned by Ego, as we see in chapter 209, all to reach Noah's level. Then he gets regular checkups before every match to see how close he's gotten to him. Ego says something that's very interesting here. You were designed to raise the level of the other unpolished gems in my quest to create the world's best striker. This is huge news on what the wildcard really was. This actually makes sense because making a replica of Noah actually goes against Ego's ideal of making the world's best striker. He doesn't really win if he makes a Noah clone. He wants to create the best with his own ideals. So the wildcard could be a tournament to create the biggest obstacle the players will have to overcome. A player who they beat, they feel like they've actually taken over the current #1 in the world. He tells Kunigami to throw away his ego and have a blank state of mind. Ego is what drives the players to their originality and hunger. That would go against the replica of Noah Ego has in mind, because Kunigami would be more like himself. He wants him to be a mindless Noah clone that would play only how Noah would. If he develops his ego, he'll go against everything he was trained for and his purpose. Ego wants to prove that the striker he creates is way better than Noah, and if Kunigami has his own ego, I think it doesn't really count. If you want me to make a full in-depth video about the wildcard and how it would have played out, like the video and subscribe. Let's just get this video to 1k views, and then I'll definitely make that. Noah reviews the formation. He goes with his usual 4-4-2 formation that he has stuck with since the beginning of the NEL. In chapter 222, we see that Noah has replaced Corona during the star exchange system, and now that Hiyori is in, he has taken Corona's initial spot. In this current formation, Hiyori keeps that spot and Kiora replaces Yukimiya. I saw a lot of comments with people being disappointed with this because there are a lot of players like Grim, who is still a regular after basically doing nothing throughout. but Noah did say he will be aggressively switching out players depending on the situation, so I guess you guys can chill. They finally meet Team PXG. I love the double spread. I was looking forward to this one, especially since Manshine's and Uber's spread were awesome. This one was really good. We got Shido being Shido, but best spread goes to Uber, not gonna lie. The formation is a 3-4-1-2 formation with Rin and Shido at the front. I see this formation as a merged form of the two separate formations, but in this case, the midfield has been taken over by the Blue Lock boys. This is still an experiment to train Charles and see how well he can also instantly make decisions in his passes, whether to Shido or Rin. We have 3 defenders, Chapa, Michelin, and Gabon. I'm expecting much from these guys. The fact that Bastard has OP strikers like Kaiser, Isagi, and Kunigami, the defense has to be strong, unless the author is gonna let Rin defend like how he does for Isagi and Kaiser. I was also expecting a Shido and Kunigami interaction, but nope. The author once again sidelines my boy Kunigami. Get a Shido and Kaiser interaction instead, and looks like this match really is going to be a Kaiser vs Shido and Rin vs Isagi fest. Still believe we'll get a Kunigami moment though. Rin and Isagi are finally reunited after so long, and after their exchange, it's evident Rin doesn't care to be number 1. Even when asked by Nagi in chapter 240 on what drives him to become stronger, he says it's to surpass his brother Sai and destroy Isagi. It's looking like being number 1 is just the accolades that come along with that goal. And after that, everyone is hyped up for the match, and the battle for the title of being the champions of the NEL kicks off. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please be sure to leave a like and comment your thoughts. Also subscribe to BLTV. I'll see you guys in the next video.